Hi. So I wanted to talk about something that has been on my mind for quite some time now, and this topic is burnout. So I think we're all familiar with this feeling that we are going to burn out, or we are working too much towards something and not taking any time to rest, or even if we are resting, we feel very guilty about taking that time for ourselves and feel like any time that is spent not being productive is time wasted. And I have been going through that lately, and it is quite a messy place to be in, because honestly I have been working on my art business, which is something that I'm launching unprepared. So I am treading into these uncharted territory that quite unprepared, and I'm doing it just out of spite, because why not, right? And I have been diligently working on my art shop that I'm going to be launching, I guess. I'm not sure yet. I'm not going to talk about it, because the more I talk about something, the less I tend to do it. So whatever, it is whatever. But I have been making art quite religiously, and also working a full-time job, and it has been a lot, honestly. And it's not like I don't have time to rest. I do find some time to rest, and I try resting, but I'm not able to do it. And I have talked about this to my friends, and I don't know, I guess they are also quite clueless about it. So I'm brain dumping to random people, I guess. But honestly, I don't know that, there is a point where you know that you're working hard, and you're working hard towards something, and then there is a point where you're burning out, and there is this little bit of space in between these two places, and I genuinely cannot figure out when to stop before I am completely burnt out. And I guess it's something that I've been struggling with since quite a few years, almost my entire life. And taking breaks without any guilt, or without this pressure of thinking that you're not being productive, is something that I think we need to actively work towards. Because the more I try to spend some time alone, or with friends, trying to chill, or have some normal hangout, or just chilling, just not thinking about work, or not thinking about what I'm working towards, or am I being productive, or whatever. The more I try to do it, the more I find myself ruminating over the ideas that I have, or what I'm going to do later on. And to be productive, to work towards, let's say, my shop or work or whatever. And it's a very difficult place to be in, but I am not sure how to get out. And even when I'm quite down, and physically not able to do anything, even then I think I don't have the capacity to actually stop and laze around, or have a weekend where I'm doing nothing. Because even when I'm not doing anything, I feel like my brain is running on this speed, where it's just whoa, what are we gonna do. And it's just that I don't really remember having these moments where I'm actually living in the moment, unless I do it consciously. So I feel like, as much as we take it for granted that we do things for ourselves, and just to chill with our friends, family, whatever, I think we have to now do it very consciously, and bring ourselves back into the moment. And instead of it happening quite naturally as it used to, when we were younger, I guess. Or it might happen with certain people, when we're around certain people. But other than that, I guess it's you have to force yourself to bring yourself to the present moment, and it feels like every lived moment is a meditation of some sort. And yeah, I guess that's what life is right now. And I'm not sure how to go into that, living without thinking about the future, or living in the moment kind of place, without really, thinking about what I'm going to do next, or what my next productive step is going to be. Now, I guess the whole act of living has to be an act of meditation, and I'm calling it an act because if it wasn't an act, I didn't have to do it consciously, I guess. Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, this is something that I've realized lately, that now more often than not, you have to bring yourself back to the moment and enjoy the moment and do it consciously. And how important conscious living is now compared to, like, I guess when we were younger or whatever, like when we didn't have so much on our plate and we didn't have this immense pressure, which is self-imposed. I think most of it is self-imposed, but a lot of it isn't also. But yeah, with all this pressure that we have put on ourselves, or like the life or whatever we're living, and the pressure of realizing making our dreams come true, because now it's completely our responsibility. And then so now you have to live consciously. And I think that's something that I've realized lately. And yeah, that's all I wanted to say. And please don't burn out, please don't be like me, and take rest, and don't feel guilty about it. Don't feel guilty about taking rest. And live in the moment, live very consciously, because that's what life is, I guess. Living in the moment, living consciously, living in such a way that you feel happy. Yeah, that's all I had to say. And I think I will also practice this more now, because then, now that I've realized it and I've been yapping about it for last 7-8 minutes, I think it is for the best that I bring this practice to action in my life also. That's all I had to say. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.